Unit 38, that's a 2-1, attack 36. Copy, that's 1 item 4, show us en route, ETA 2 minutes.
Welcome back to Running Code, episode number 7, where you, the viewer, get to know a little bit more about us, the men and women of the Newport News Police Department. Hello, Melissa. How are you?
Hey, Morgan. I'm good. How are you?
Outstanding as always. We're here, and this is a ton of fun, so I'm good like that.
It must be the pollen, right?
It's something.
It's
All right.
something. So we've got an awesome guest today. Officer Reyes is with us. You want to introduce yourself to our viewers?
LT Cap, hi. Happy to be here. I'm Officer Wilfredo Reyes with the Newport News Police Department. Been with the department for exactly 5 years this month. I was born in Brooklyn, New York, raised in Queens, New York, and I found myself in Virginia in 91 when my father moved out here.
Oh, really?
Once my dad moved out here, he got everything together and started picking me up every summer.
So your family's been here for 30 years?
31 years.
Wow.
He came in 90 and I started coming in 91.
Wow.
So I've been visiting Virginia since 90, and I finally moved out here in 2003 when I graduated high school.
Okay, so you started by visiting and you liked the place,
Oh,
obviously.
absolutely.
So you fell in love with Virginia like a lot of us
Yes.
have.
Imagine that, right?
And it was just like it was like a different world, you know, coming from New York.
Right.
And coming to Virginia and then seeing so much trees and green grass and stuff because New York is concrete.
Right.
So it was so different.
Right.
Beautiful though.
Wow. So you've been with the department 5 years now,
Mm-hmm.
and you enjoy it?
Yes, I do. I do it a lot of the times. I definitely enjoy it. Dealing with citizens downtown. That's another thing. I've been 5 years here and all 5 years downtown.
So you've been in South Precinct?
South Precinct my whole career.
Yeah, wonderful place to work, wonderful community, no doubt.
Yes. Love the citizens out here.
Wait, I think we're skipping an assignment, though.
Oh, yeah.
Are we?
I
Can't believe you forgot this,
I feel
Wilfredo.
like the best part of your tenure here may have been spent with
I
us.
have
Humbly
to.
speaking.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Definitely have to let the viewers know. My first supervision when I first got here as a pre-hire was none other than LT and Cat. In the youth and outreach.
Yeah.
Something that I've always wanted to do and still have the potential to do it. Just trying to learn as much as I can in the streets before I go to that side, a position like that, because I don't want to forget how to do my assignment on the street. Because, when you become an SRO, you lose a lot of
like the street
work,
knowledge?
the street knowledge and stuff like that. But yeah, so two fine people that I love and adore.
Oh my goodness!
Yes.
We have definitely watched you come a long way.
Yes, definitely.
It's been an adjustment.
Already. Yes,
it's been
5 years. That flew by really, really fast.
Yeah.
I was so nervous too. And guess what? I still have. I wish I would have brought it. You did. Me and Cap's funny. He goes, you know what, man, this is what I'm going to do for you. He takes one of his cards, that's, it says Captain Tejan's profession. He signs it to the best man in the back. I put it behind my badge. I still got it.
That's right.
5 years later.
Wow. Now, for clarification.
Autographed,
yeah. He's busting chops, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't caught on yet. So you came to us when we were in community youth outreach during the pre-hire program, and that's a program where the Newport News Police Department hires police officers before the academy starts.
Yes.
You serve with a unit or a division for a period of time, and you can even move around, and then you head on into the academy. So you start the academy now knowing the police, a little bit about the police department. Was that beneficial to you?
Absolutely beneficial. I learned a lot. LT was putting me with a few other SROs. She had a son. At first, she just didn't know what to do with me. She was like, "You know what? What am I doing? Like, I have SROs here."
Can I interject for a minute?
Yes, absolutely.
A lot of us don't know what to do with you, quite frankly. But anyways, go
So
ahead.
and then she was responsible for two of us, and so
That's
it was
right.
me and Officer Sola.
Officer
Sola, we were both graduated together. He's still in the department. He's
is.
Central.
He works with me in Central.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what better way than to like put us with the SROs?
Yeah.
So we spent a couple of days at the schools, seeing how everything was. I remember doing one with Officer Drucker. She's not here anymore.
Right.
But had a lot of fun. Showed me how the school system works. What was her job duty. We spent a lot of time with Officer Acree, MPO Acree.
Right. Retired.
And then of course we did a lot of policies.
Yeah, you read a lot of policies. Well,
I read it twice.
Yeah, I don't think it took Melissa and I a long time to realize that you got a heart for people.
Absolutely.
You really sincerely
appreciate
do,
that.
and you're
Thank you.
very, very good with the public. You can relate very easily. You're down to earth, but you do your work, you handle your business, and you get it done right. So
Yes.
I think it was a natural fit, Melissa.
I agree.
Yeah. So listen, you've been coming since '91. How come you still got that New York accent, man? What's up with that?
I'm never gonna forget about where I'm from.
No, you're grounded.
No.
Yeah.
New York is just
New York.
That is New York. Growing up, I don't want to be biased, but I'm an '80s baby. I was born in '84.
Okay.
And I think growing up in the '90s in New York
Yes.
was nothing can top that.
Best time ever.
The best time ever. The best
Right.
time ever. And at the moment now, I kind of feel bad for my son because I have him in Virginia, and Virginia is a beautiful place to raise your kids, but they wouldn't be able to get the full effect of growing up like the way I did in New York, because the parks were right across the street. Basketball, softball, football, all we had to do was walk right across the street. It's not
different.
accessible
Little
out
different
here.
here.
You got to drop the kids off to do this. Football practice, baseball practice, I could walk with my gear to the park.
Right.
It was
Now,
easier.
I don't know if you know this, but I actually lived in Queens.
Oh, what part of Queens?
I went to school PS 209.
209?
Yeah, my
That's
father was assigned to Fort Totten, New York, military base, which is
Wow.
closed down. They turned it back over to New York State.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I
They
went to
don't
PS 209. Used to catch the bus every day.
get out.
Yeah, how about them apples?
Yeah, look
Yeah,
at that.
look at that. My
Ozone
mom-
Park. I stood in Ozone Park.
Yeah?
Queens, yeah.
My-
Right there
well,
by
I
Southside
actually-
Jamaica.
Okay, all right. I lived actually on the base, Fort Totten. Yeah, my mom used to take our Caprice Classic station wagon with the
Oh.
electric windows and drive us to Little Italy
Yes.
to get Italian bread and yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's definitely a classic car.
Now my fondest
I was
memory.
gonna say, what kind of car was that? What year
It was a
it?
Caprice Classic. It was in the
What
70s.
year? Ooh.
It was 70 something, but 70 something. But I remember one of my memories of New York is my pops took me and my brother to see the New York Mets.
Oh, nice. Shea
Oh.
Stadium.
Yeah, I think they were playing the Braves at the time or something. But I
Okay.
remember that was a good time.
And that would probably be the first park, right? Because they knocked down the first one. Now it's a new park. The
Okay.
same thing with the New York Yankees.
Yankees, right.
Recently, they knocked
Yeah.
down their park. Now they
Now
got
they
a
have
new
a new
park.
one.
Right.
But Shea Stadium was awesome. Awesome place.
Yeah. Why law enforcement, man? Why? I mean, I know you got a heart for service, but why law enforcement?
I do have a heart for service, but unselfishly, a career. I needed to have a career, and I have a child that looks up to me. A brief synopsis of that with my son. My son's 16 years old now. He's about to be 17 in October. AB honor roll student, plays varsity football for Warwick High School, and just smart, just
Yeah.
beautiful kid. So quiet, very lazy too, but that's how teenage boys are. I've had custody of him since he was 1 year old, so I knew, at one point when I was younger, let's pick up the pace. I gotta work. I gotta grind, make sure that he's good. And so I was always with 2 to 3 jobs, 2 to 3 jobs, 2 to 3 jobs. And it was all finance, trying to get everything situated. And my father told me one day, he was like, listen, you know the rapport I have with Newport News Police Department. You've always wanted to be a cop. Fill out the application. Dad, I'll do it. Go get your phone. Fill out the application. So I had to come downstairs and fill it out right in front of him. So, and I'm still thinking, you know what? I got time. Next morning, hey, can you come in for? I was like, what?
That is our one.
That's our recruiting division. Yeah.
Yes,
they are on it.
Next day.
That's right.
And then I'm still thinking, got a little bit of time and stuff. He was like, all right, well, we're gonna do the agility test this Wednesday. I was like,
Yeah.
all of this in one shot. I was just baffled. So I went, I took the agility test. Of course, I was at fear, with my running capabilities, but I passed the agility test. And when I passed that agility test, it was like this relief, and the motions went through everything, the guidance that I had. And I have to mention her. She's like my guardian angel, Misty Mercer. That was my she was the one that helped me with my process. She was my investigator, and huge blessing. Huge. Yeah. She is the most amazing woman ever. And she's always been there. She had that faith from the beginning. You're gonna be a good fit for us.
Wow. And so she really
yes, Misty,
very supportive.
Very, very supportive. Misty was like I said, my guardian angel there. She helped me through everything that I had.
Wow. Listen, any hobbies you got now?
Yeah, softball.
Softball? Any hobbies you're good at? We played on the same team. Listen, man,
you're supposed to be upping your teammate, not giving them a hard time.
Because I don't get the MVPs all the time like you do. I'm still pretty good.
The truth is, you should have got that award. I did not deserve it. Oh yeah, you were great that day.
You had me.
No. Humbly speaking, you deserve that award. You played.
So did you both get injured that day, or just one of you?
But no. Was it you that you got injured?
I don't know. I can't remember, to be honest with you. I've been injured so many times playing sports, I can't keep track of all those things.
We had a blast though.
We had a great time.
Yeah, I don't think nobody got injured that day.
No, we played the Army, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we played Army, and man, they meant business coming in that uniform.
They came in
solid and everything
to win.
They tried.
They tried their best.
They tried.
Not successful.
No,
it wasn't.
No, they called us out again and remembered the last time we played them, so they were like, we need a little bit more practice. They did awesome. They were good. The connection was so awesome, man.
Yeah,
like
it was
the vibe was so great. That's why I love these sports events. I think this is amazing. I know Sergeant Walker just did that basketball tournament. I was supposed to be in that, but unfortunately I had to do a duty assignment. But I got there, and you just see the vibe, and then with the kids from that state, they just looking happy. It's awesome. I love the way the department gets these sports events together, and
great.
It gets everybody
especially
together.
With the kids.
We do.
Now you said you had another assignment, because see, I heard something different. I heard that it would have violated your sneaker contract. You're so humble.
My Nikes.
Yeah, you're too humble. You're so humble.
They had an Adidas assignment, so I couldn't do it.
That's exactly right. That's exactly
I'm doing
right.
Nike only.
Yeah. So now we have had great conversations about our children, right? I think we all three have, and I know that you live for your children, right? I mean, your child, your son. I know since we met you 5 years ago, your whole life revolves around his well-being.
Always.
Is it tough being a single parent in law enforcement?
It definitely is tough. I've been a single parent for almost 15 years. In between, I was married, but that didn't last too long. But just regardless, me being married or not, my son is my priority. And
right.
And it's so crazy because, like, he's been there, he's fought with me, and we're talking about like sharing the same bed.
Yeah.
As I'm getting my stuff together financially, my son has been riding with me since day one. I've gotten custody of him since he was 1 year old.
Right.
And I never looked back.
Yeah.
I was very unfortunate. His mom passed away in 2021. 2021 was a rough year. That was his mom passed away, my grandma. One of my mentors passed away, which was Sergeant Luce. And my father had a stroke.
Yeah.
So, raising my son was tough, and then it got tougher.
Right.
Once my father had a stroke in 2021. So it's a lot on my plate, being an officer, a single father, and helping my dad.
But you still do it every day.
And
Yeah. How do you
always.
balance? What kinds of things do you do to kind of balance your priorities?
Prayers.
Oh,
God is just good. God, you never promise the next day.
Right.
So it's no reason to stress yourself out.
Well, I can tell you your son is very blessed to have you as
Yeah,
an
he
example
is.
of what
I appreciate
hard
that.
work looks like and what the grind looks like and what it looks like to be honest and caring and generous with your time. Because we've had that conversation, and all jokes aside, I knew very quickly when Melissa and I met you that you lived for your son, that everything you did, the world revolved around your son. So
Always.
we joke a lot, you and I. We give it and take it
course.
back and forth, but I have such respect for you. I really do.
appreciate that.
I really do. And by the way, when I was a kid, I was a Yankee fan. I know you got your
Yes.
Yankee hat on. I was a Yankee fan.
when he was a kid.
New York.
Yeah, the New York, when I was a young lad, as they say.
Of course.
And that was quite a while ago. Yeah. Anything else you do other than softball to occupy your time when you're off duty, kind of decompress?
Off duty. Well, when am I not off duty? I work a lot of overtime, but that's just me preparing myself and preparing my son for the real life. I wasn't fortunate. I love my parents to death, and what they could give me, what they could provide me, was spectacular. Like whatever they could, I was super grateful with the way they raised me and with the way my mom raised my little brother. And I just, my son, he's an only child, so it's a different generation, the way we raise our kids, the level of respect for adults, and I'm showing my son, how to, be a humble, good person when he
Right.
gets older. But I work a lot to put away for his future. And
Sure.
I don't want him to have to worry about thousands of dollars of, financial
Sure.
school stuff. So, I want to buy him his first car. I want him to be accessible, to go. I don't want him to. I don't want to see him struggle.
Right.
I don't. He's my only child, and I'm gonna.
You got to do what you got to do.
I'm gonna do what I have to do to.
I hear you.
And so that's why I work a lot of my time. But the minute he tells me, "Dad, can we go to the movies on Saturday?"
You're on your way.
Hey, can you come in today?
Nope.
No.
Sorry.
Absolutely
Now,
not.
are you? Do you speak any other languages?
Yeah, I speak Spanish.
Spanish fluently.
We spoke some Spanish before.
Have we spoken
Yeah.
Spanish? Hablo un poquito de español, no mucho.
Más o menos.
Más o menos,
you know?
amigo. Sí. Sí, just a little bit.
Cap speaks really good Spanish.
No.
Yes, no. He's being modest
so
right
he's
now.
identified the words in Italian that sound
Uh-huh,
Spanish, and that's what
exactly.
he wrote. I learned that it's the coolest thing. All the Romance languages have those similar words. It is pretty cool to watch.
Yes,
I do what I can. I'm only one guy doing what I can.
exactly.
Now, sports, right? Your teams, all New York.
Yes,
Who you root for?
yes. The only thing out of sports, one of my favorite athletes in the world
Yeah.
has been Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Of course, he plays
Yeah.
for Chicago, so it's
Yeah.
pretty hard seeing him kill my team in the playoffs with the New York Knicks. So it was really hard. And then another favorite was Randy Moss, and Randy Moss against my Giants, back
Wow.
and forth. So it was pretty hard. But Giants die hard, New York Yankees die hard, and the New York Knicks as well.
Right.
So we're not a Mets fan.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I lived in Queens, but I'm sorry. No.
Okay. I just had to
Only Yankees,
clarify
only
for the.
Yankees.
Just
You
had to-
apologize.
Subway
Apologize to all the
series.
Mets fans. That's exactly right. Wow. So you're currently in South Precinct. You're in patrol, right?
Yes.
Do you enjoy it quite a bit? How do you find yourself in the patrol world? You good? You comfortable?
Yes, I enjoy it a little bit from when I first started. Of course, we were the biggest class in NNPD history.
Your
the
graduating
LE21.
class?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
We started 51, and I think we graduated like 44, 46. And when we started, my thing was, I'm gonna go to Central. I'm gonna go to Central. I'm gonna go to Central. I want to do Central.
Central Precinct.
And that's when they started. Let's do bids. And that's when the captains chose who they wanted. And Captain Bowhurst, you're not going to Central, buddy.
I think that's
He
that's
told
Chief
me,
Boulders now?
nah, Chief
That's right. He's a
Bowhurst.
chief in North
I think he's in
Carolina.
North Carolina,
he's in
right?
North
Doing
Carolina.
very well.
Amazing man.
Yeah.
Amazing man. A big impact in his department. And he told me, he was like, I'm choosing you. You're coming to South. And I said, why? He goes, because he said, listen, I know your father for years.
Yep.
And your father, huge impact. He's not even a police officer out here. My father works at One Life Fitness.
Yeah.
But the impact that my dad has made in this city, and when that happened to him with the stroke,
Huge.
getting calls from chiefs of Norfolk, chief of Virginia Beach,
Right.
Hampton, like everyone knew him.
He's responsible for keeping all of us healthy.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't know if you know this, but I signed up when I got my gym membership. He's the man that I
Yes,
You
yes,
signed
yes.
up
absolutely.
for
And
it,
so
huh?
and so the first few officers that I met in this apartment when I was a kid is Captain Bradley,
Okay.
Lieutenant Hairston.
Oh yeah, Jerry.
And these were guys that played basketball with my dad
That's
when
right.
it was Riverside Wellness.
Right.
That's right.
Yes.
That is absolutely right.
And then we had the Chief Creswell. I remember him when he was a rookie.
Wow.
When I was a little kid. So it was growing up was like I already knew the Newport News Police Department before I even joined. So but yeah. We reverted from that question, didn't we? What was that question again?
You're South now.
South now. So Captain Bowhurst, when he chose me to go South, and I didn't regret it. I didn't regret it at all. I came into South, and he was right. Like I was perfect for South because I can relate to a lot of stuff. And when I was down there, I was the way, the people like grew attached to me, and people like, man, you're a cool officer. I like that, man. Like, this. I spoke to people the level of respect that they deserved, and
and
I was a
everybody
people
deserves that
person,
level
yes.
of respect.
A lot of the schools that are down there, I visit as well.
Yeah.
Just downtown was it was a good fit for me.
Now, do you have aspirations of doing what down the road?
There's two things that I really, really want to do in my life.
All right.
And SRO, of course.
SRO is
right.
SRO is going to be one. But I've gotten so much great feedback from some detectives and stuff. But SVU.
Oh wow.
Special victims.
And I don't know if you guys know, but with my second language, I do a lot of translation for SVU.
Oh, do you?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
I do it periodically a lot.
Awesome.
And I help out because there's a good portion of the Spanish community here.
Up and coming here in Newport News.
Yes.
Cool.
So
And SVU they speak for the children.
yes,
That's right.
Definitely. And so it's I'm glad that I'm able to help in that aspect. And when I do, I don't know, my heart is there. So when I see these children or anybody that I have to deal with in an incident, and then I have to translate, I just always have something to give them to show them, like, hey, you're safe with us.
And they're cared about.
Yes, absolutely,
And they're cared about.
absolutely. And so it warms my heart, just to see a smiling face, even though the incident is,
very
difference.
traumatic.
Yes, absolutely.
Oftentimes it's very
Absolutely.
traumatic.
So
Very
yes,
rarely do we get people on their best day. So
absolutely. And I have a story about that.
Sure.
So about 2.5 years ago, of course, I won't be into details, but there was a traumatic incident that occurred, and it was a 9-year-old girl, and she now goes to STEM Academy, which is in the south side of the city. And they needed officers to walk them to the Monitor Merrimack. It was like a little field trip. And, I get out the car, and I'm one of the officers that was doing it. And then I just see this little girl running and just grabbed me, Officer Reyes, Officer Reyes. And I'm looking to the side, so you can't see my name. Okay. And she remembered. And I said, and I looked, and I was like, no. She was like, do you remember me? Do you remember me? I said, absolutely. And the mom there, tearing. She's like, Officer Reyes, you just don't understand the blessing that you were going to this incident. And she remembered me 2 years after. And then the mom says she still has the teddy bear that I gave her when I first met her. That's the impact that I like to have in this community. I just don't want it to be negative. I just always want it, I try my best to do everything in a positive perspective. But that hit me hard. Yeah. Just for her, for little kids, it's hard to remember certain things. And she remembered me 2 years later. Yeah. 2 years later.
And if you do nothing else in your career, you know what I mean? You have that.
You have that.
You have that. Or you know that you made a difference.
Yeah.
And police officers, I believe, and I think Melissa will agree with me, they do a lot of that. They do a lot quietly,
Absolutely.
And it goes on every day. We know something, and we live for that, because in the end, we're going to be judged by that one day as what have we done for other people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think Chief Drew puts it very eloquently when he says that we're not going to be judged by the arrests we made. We're not going to be judged by the tickets we wrote, but we're going to be judged by how we treat people. How do they remember us for that contact that we had, even if it's brief, on a traffic stop where you're working a case and you're helping a young lady like that out. So hats off to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, how you doing over there, Kel, and how are we doing on time?
We're doing good.
We are?
Ready to move on, though.
Okay.
To my favorite part.
Okay. That's the cue for me to zip it. All right, here we After you, Melissa. After you, Melissa.
All right, so we're going to do our rapid fire. You ready? You game?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
You think. Okay. Biggest pet peeve?
As a police officer?
As Wilfredo.
Life?
Biggest pet.
As Wilfredo.
Yeah. Biggest pet peeve. Oh, man.
Shall we go to the next question?
Hold
You can think on that one for a while?
I'll tell you as in the department, man.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Biggest pet peeve, man, is cutting me off without signaling while I'm on
traffic wise.
Oh, yeah.
Are you pulling people over?
That doesn't sit with you, right?
Listen, it's dangerous though, isn't it? If you cut somebody off in traffic.
Yeah,
it's very dangerous.
In my police
patrol
car,
Your
unit?
marked police car, lights the whole 9 yards?
with no signal light. Come on, you could I just don't. I don't know. I just
all things.
Yeah, and one worse than that is driving fast in a school zone.
Oh yeah,
my
that
goodness.
is huge
yeah,
right
that's
now.
so
Over
dangerous.
the speed
Right.
bump, like if you're in the air on a speed bump, you're
wrong.
You're going too
driving
fast.
You're wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
no,
wrong.
No.
All right.
Absolutely.
That definitely my bet. Those are my two biggest bets.
All right, so here we go. Wilfredo, this is you're gonna have to do some thinking on this one, but you
Oh,
got to be
boy.
quick. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, here we go. As a fan, who would you want to see win a championship next? The Yankees, the Knicks, or the Giants?
Oh man.
Who's up next?
Who's up
Come
next?
on, quick.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I would like to see the Knicks.
Yeah.
Yes, because the Giants have won one, even though it's been over 10 years. They won one in 2011. The Yankees are 28 championships, and I think the closest team is probably like 10 championships. They're a dynasty.
Right.
The Knicks are suffering. They don't have very many championships under their belt, and it should be well deserved. So the Knicks, I would go with the Knicks.
Sounds good.
All right. We'll take this nod back to you being an 80s baby. These young kids ain't gonna know. They not gonna have any answers for this one. Favorite board game? I can tell you right now, mine is Risk. Most people don't even know what Risk is,
yours
but
is
mine is
Risk?
Risk.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna have to go. See, but I have an old soul.
Okay.
So I've been playing games that 60s and 70s were playing. So like dominoes. It's
okay.
That counts.
It's yes.
Dominoes counts.
So I was
Yeah.
playing that since my grandma taught me how to play dominoes. And another if we're talking board games, it would have to be Monopoly.
See, that's me. Monopoly. I love it.
Monopoly,
It's a good
whether
one.
Which
whether
character?
it's toxic or not, you know,
Yeah, I know.
it could be honest. But I seen a meme.
They got a cheating version.
Yeah.
They have a Newport News one.
Wow.
They sell
that's
it in the
cool.
Walgreens.
That's cool.
I didn't
Oh, wow.
even know that.
Yeah. Which character? Which character do you like?
Oh,
Well, I go with the car.
Okay, that's the one. I
I'm
like the
big
car
with
as
the
well.
car.
Melissa?
I'm the thimble. Come
No,
on.
the thimble.
Oh, yes. What-
No
what?
top hat?
No, not covering the curls. Sorry.
So yeah, Monopoly. I saw a meme not so long ago, and it just showed a picture of the Monopoly board tossed over with everything on the floor.
Ending
The
family
ending
reunions.
family-
I saw
Just,
it,
you won't
yes.
talk to a cousin for like 6 months.
Ending family
Yes,
reunions. I
yes.
saw that. Yes.
All right. You ready for the next one?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Favorite cartoon character? Oh, I know who mine is. I know.
So it would probably be Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
traditional. Wow.
Yes, traditional. Yeah, Bugs Bunny has been like
Okay.
That
since
is
the-
throwback
since-
too.
What about you, Melissa?
I'm a Disney princess girl. So
Are
you,
you?
give
Okay.
me Moana, you give me Tiana, and I'm a happy person.
All right.
I
awesome.
love anything Disney related.
Disney's awesome.
Yeah.
Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo.
But you know what?
I am
Scooby-Doo.
not shocked.
Scooby Doo is underrated. Underrated.
Scooby Doo's the
Scooby-Doo's
best. He
awesome.
can't be ever underrated. He's the best. Listen, I'll tell you, I had I injured my shoulder, so I was out of work for a couple of months and had shoulder surgery. I watched every Scooby Doo episode from the 60s on up, every single Scooby Doo, and I enjoyed my day revolved around Scooby Doo and a sandwich.
Oh
'Cause
my
oh,
god.
I believe it.
best experience ever.
I believe it.
I think we got one more question. Shall we? Here we go. May I, Melissa?
Please.
Uh-oh.
What's your favorite movie? I know what mine is.
It's a hard one.
Ooh.
It's a hard one.
Yeah, but I don't want to be judged.
Oh,
This-
this is a podcast. You're being judged, my
Oh.
friend.
Scary movie?
I don't. No,
Just put it
I
out
just
there.
don't want to be sentimental.
Go ahead. What's wrong with being
What?
sentimental?
Come on.
Go ahead.
It's gonna be John Q.
Is it?
John Q.
With his son,
Yeah.
Denzel. Listen, you can always win with Denzel.
Yes.
Can't
And
go
that's
wrong
the-
with Denzel.
That's the one. I get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Denzel is one of my favorite actors.
Oh.
Him and Robert De Niro.
It's that
Robert
walk.
De Niro's
Two.
Oh, yeah.
Two.
And you know,
really,
Robert
really
De Niro's
good.
Italian.
Oh,
De
yeah.
Niro's Italian guy. You realize that, right?
Oh yeah.
Of
Oh
course he is.
yeah.
All the Italian.
Oh boy.
all the
Here
best
we
actors.
go.
All the best actors.
You're
Okay.
right.
Can we argue that?
mean,
Yeah, Italiani. That's right.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, Dances with Wolves. Oh,
Ah,
yeah, Dances
yeah.
with Wolves. Oh my goodness, it
That's-
has everything. I mean, the
Classic.
scenery alone. I mean, oh gosh, there's no
Classic.
comparison. Yeah.
How about you, LT?
I don't have an answer for that one.
No,
I am
there's
a
a lot.
movie enthusiast, and as an '80s baby, the John Hughes movies will take me out every time. But I'm also a Marvel fan, so
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, we don't even want to
Yeah.
get into that because we'll be here for a whole nother
Exactly.
for a whole nother episode.
That's right.
So John Q is my favorite movie, but if we revert back to more and more movies, it's mostly Denzel movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Man on Fire is another one that I
Incredible
Listen.
actor. Oh, incredible
Incredible
actor.
movie too.
Yeah.
Just I don't know. He's he plays his roles really good.
Excellently, yeah.
Hmm.
Well, thanks very much for being here. I think I speak on behalf of Melissa when I say
I appreciate
you're such a good guy. I mean, you're such a
you.
good guy. You care so much about people, like genuinely care about
Appreciate
people.
it.
I think
Thank
the
you,
Newport
guys.
News Police Department and the city of Newport News, and especially its residents, we are very lucky to have somebody
Thank
like
And
you.
guys.
it's so good and refreshing to see you after 5 years and you're still here and
Yeah.
you're kicking and you're
Yeah.
doing good,
Yeah.
and
Thank you,
you know
guys.
you're on like this upward journey. It's just so interesting to watch. I'm so excited for
You
you.
guys are amazing. Definitely a blessing. Like I said, I really see you guys as mentors as well, and it's always helped me, you know, with the knowledge and everything. I spoke more to Captain Tegens about, you know, like when I was joining, and I was like scared, you know, I didn't know if I would make it. I didn't know if I would go through the academy, but his words of wisdoms, and then your attitude was so bubbly. You was always smiling. I knew this was like the place for me.
Yeah.
So I thank you guys so much.
Happy to have you.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, Melissa, our viewers, if they would like to, actually, they need to do what?
Click the button, follow us, come back and see us again.
Absolutely. So, Wilfredo, we end episode number 7.
Thank
What
you
do think?
guys. Thank you
All
for
right.
having me, guys.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
coming.
Thank
Thanks
you.
everyone for watching. Cheers. Be safe.
Be safe.